Hi guys, this is one of the videos you can't miss if you love Ollama and want to integrate it more into your life. If you can run Ollama on a local system after downloading the model from the Ollama library, and if you can run Ollama on your own models if the models are not available on the model library, and if you can host your own models in the Ollama library and use it and share it with the whole world. And if you can do everything on a local system or on a Colab or on a Jupyter instance using any of the GPU instance, then you can perhaps skip this video. But if the answer to any of the above questions is a no, I guess you have sufficient reason to hang on and watch the complete video. Now in this video, we are going to achieve so many things with Ollama, and if you're not up to date with Ollama and what are the capabilities of Ollama, we are going to sink in. So first is that we are going to run the basic Ollama, get the settings right and do the necessary installation. Then we are going to use our own models. You know, there can be some models which you want, which is available in the Huggingface, or you have created own models, but it is not available right now in the model library. If we head over to the model library here, so we go to ollama.com, and in the models, if your favorite model is not available in the model library here, then you can create your own models and host it in the Ollama system and use it on your own in a local system, or you can host it in a GPU. Third, we're going to host our own models in the model library. And fourth, we are going to see how we can use a Colab or a Jupyter notebook to get everything done. If you have a basic system, then you can use Ollama on as the Linux style on the Colab or any notebooks that you have on the using any of the GPUs, and you can run the models there. This opens the door to so many projects that you can make using Ollama, because now it's very easy to integrate all the models. It's very easy to start up a project and get everything done. So first of all, we know what is Ollama, but since we are trying to cover up everything, so let's start from the beginning. So we have this ollama.ai website where we can run different models, and this is a tool using which you can run different models. So if you go to ollama.com and go to downloads, then you can see it is available for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac OS as well. Now we are not going to install as of now here on this system, but if you want, you can just use it here. But the main purpose of this video is to go up to a RunPod like service where we have GPU instance and use it there, so you can host your models there and serve your customers. So for that, I have a login of the RunPods here. I've added some credits as well, and then I'm gonna go to the pod section. So inside the pods, I'm gonna click on GPU pod. Inside the GPU pod, I have this, I'm going to take a cheaper one, which is a 4000. So this is $0.34 per hour. So I'm going to click on deploy, click on customize deployment, and let's put 200 GB of temporary memory here. And as we're not using any persistent memory, we can put 0 here, and we can set the overrides here and just click on continue and deploy this model. Now this model is getting ready. Now I can go to my pods here. So this will show that the pod is starting up. Once it is loaded and is started up, we can click on connect. But I want to head back to what Ollama is. So inside the Ollama, you can download this. Since I'm in a Windows system, I can download this for Windows, get it installed, and it's pretty easy to use Ollama. So you can go to your terminal, CMD, and you can first need to start up Ollama. So I'm going to start up Ollama, and this icon will be available here. So you can go to this terminal and you can just say Ollama and enter. You can see that Ollama is running here. You can say Ollama list to list all the models that I have in my system. So these are the models that I have as of now. We can pull any models from the list of models which is available in the model section of the ollama.com library. So these are the different models. We can filter it by the newest, you can filter it by the most popular and everything. So this is how you run it locally. So for running it, you can just say Ollama run, and let's say I want to run the Mistral here. So Ollama run Mistral, and this will fetch the Mistral model if it is not fetched already. But since you can see we have this Mistral installed in my system, so this will make it ready for inference. But this is a little bit slow on my system. Well, it depends on the system, and I have a 16 GB RAM, and I don't have any separate GPU. It's a dedicated GPU, so the performance is not well or good for the Windows, but that cannot hinder me from using this system on a GPU instance online. So I'm going to close this now. We are not going to use this in local. Now we have explored the models here. We know how to run the model locally, but what we are going to do in this video is going to go to the RunPod section, and we have already loaded up the A4000 GPU here. So I'm going to click on connect here, and you can see that the port 8888 it's ready. So we can click to connect to Jupyter Labs, and then we are gonna have to wait for this to load up. So but in the meantime, when this is loading up, I am going to log in to my account inside Ollama so that we can host our own models. So if you go to prompt engineer, you can just log in and you can go to your models here. You can see that I have one model which I tested out yesterday. So this is a model which has been created by me, or in other words, it's a model which I pulled from the Huggingface libraries, and it's not available in the Ollama models. Therefore, I have to create a model, Ollama model, for my own purpose and push it in the your model section of my login. But this is a public model; anyone can use it. So you can just run this, by saying that Ollama run prompt engineer 48 / new. But we're gonna make one such model for you. So let's go to your models here and keep it ready so that we can push the models to our library here. Next, we have this Jupyter lab ready. So as you can see, I'm moving things in a more parallel way so as to get the things ready. So I have a notebook as well. So I'm going to load this notebook, which has all the code here. So this is, I think this notebook is not required, discard, and I'm going to delete this. So I have a notebook which I've uploaded. So this is the notebook. So first of all, I'm going to go to this BioMistral 7B GGUF. So I'm going to show you the model which I have on the Huggingface. So this is a model. Let's go to Huggingface first, and then we're going to type the model there. So Huggingface, and we're going to type the model here, which is Mistral 7B GGUF. So this is a BioMistral model. This is an interesting model. I would like to test it, but it's not available in Ollama. And using transformers, it is a slow, it gives you a slow inference. So I want to upload it on Ollama and use it because we know the speed is better in Ollama. So this is a BioMistral model, which is available in Huggingface, but not available in Ollama. So I'm going to use and create an Ollama model using this GGUF model in Hugging Face. So for that, I need to go to the files here. So mind you that we need to have a GGUF format as of now. So I'm going to download this model. So if we click here, the quantized 5 version, so Q5 version, if we click here and if we just right click and copy the link address here, the download link, and we go to my notebooks and put it here. So wget and put the link here, and this is the entire link actually. So when we run this, this will download the model and store it locally here. So let me run this, and then you can see it's waiting, it's downloading, and you can see the model here. So it's about, I think, a 5 GB model or so. Let me see. So that's a 5.13 GB of the GGUF file here, and we are going to download it. It's pretty fast, 245 MB per second, and this has been downloaded here. Now, just one thing, I'm going to rename this. So since this download has been completed, I'm going to rename it to something more good. So I'm going to remove this. So that's a .gguf file. So that has been renamed. Next, we are going to install Ollama. So if you go to the Ollama page here and you go to the installation section, downloads and Linux, you can see this command here. So you can copy this command and put it here and just run this. So this will run the Ollama installation and will install the Ollama in this notebook. Next, this is the section where we are going to create a model file. So let me upload this model file. So just create a new file and put in model file. You don't need any name extensions for that, but just a model file here. So in this model file, if you observe carefully, what we are doing is we are going to load from /, we're going to load up the GGUF model that we have downloaded from the Hugging Face. And this is the template of the Mistral. So this is the instruction here. This is the syntax actually. The parameter stop is this and the parameter stop is this. So these two inst and /inst are the two keywords or parameters that will stop, and that shows where the stop points are. And we have a system and we have a prompt as well. Now, what is a system? System is like I've added that you are Eminem and acting as an assistant. So that's a system. There are other parameters that you can check. If you go to Ollama and if you go to the model file, you can see a place where you can have different other configurations, but this is required. So from is required because we are going to construct an Ollama model from something. So that from is this part. So in the from section, we have added the GGUF. You could also add .bin files, and that is also supported. But this is how you create your own custom model. We're not yet created, but we're going to use the model file to create a custom model. Now, this is the model file that we have here. Now, using this model file, what we can do is we can create. So we can put this command, Ollama create, and this is the name of my username or in my Ollama login. So that's prompt engineer 48. And then we're going to name the model. This should be in a small letters as of now. So I'm going to put, let's say BioMistral here. So BioMistral -f and model file. So we're going to use that model file that we have created and to create a new model known as prompt engineer /BioMistral here. So I'm just going to say shift enter and run this. Okay, so what mistake we see that is it connected to the Ollama app? So we need to serve Ollama somewhere. So I go to the launcher and go to a terminal here. And what we can do in the terminal is that Ollama and serve. So we serve this model here or serve Ollama, keep it running in the background, and then we can use this. So let's try again to create a new model. Okay, this is transferring the data. it's uploading the data into its system from the gguf file, and it is trying to make a model. So let's wait. Since we're using in the RunPods, it should be quite fast because it has lower latency here. That's a success. So we can now see the list of the models that we have. So Ollama list, we should be able to see this new model here. So BioMistral latest, Prompt Engineer 48/BioMistral. That's the exact copy of the BioMistral model downloaded from Huggingface, but now it is an Ollama model. So we can use this model now. So if I go ahead and open up a new terminal, so this is you can just copy the name of the model here, and what I can do is I can go ahead and say Ollama run and put in this model here. So this should run the model here. So we can now run Ollama run Prompt Engineer 48 BioMistral, and let's see what is the capital of India. New Delhi. So this model runs, and now we can run this model locally, but every time we don't want to carry this burden of a 5 GB file with us. Each time it's a difficult thing to extract the model from the Huggingface. Why not put the model somewhere in our model section, and we can use it later. So in this step, in the next part of this video, we are going to push this model to the your model section. So let's go back to the notebook. So here, in order to push the model, first of all, we need to add a key to the Ollama page here. So you can go to settings here, and inside the settings, Ollama Keys. So we need to put in an Ollama key here so that we can push the model. So in order to get the Ollama key, I have written a little script here, which is the key.py, and I'm going to explain this. So this is just accessing this part of Ollama and getting the key at pub key path, and then it's just printing the public key. So we're going to use this code. I'm going to attach all the codes in the appropriate place, and you can get access to this code. But what we can do is now we can run this python key.py, and we get this beautiful key here. So I'm going to take this key and paste it here and click on add. Now what it does is that it now gives access to push the models. As a last step, what you can do is now Ollama push and the name of the model that we have. The name of the model is Prompt Engineer 48/BioMistral. So I'm going to say shift enter. It's retrieving the manifest. It is pushing the model to the your model section of Ollama, and we need to just wait for a couple of seconds or minutes for getting this ready. So let's wait, and hopefully we would be able to see the models in the your model section here. Okay, so it is about 50%, 55%. Guys, I already told this is going to be a slow video, so pardon me for the waiting time that we are having here. But as you can see, 98 MB per second, that's quite a good speed that we are having here. And just a couple of seconds, maybe the system will be ready. Okay. So this, opens up a path to use this in any chatbots, any services that you want to host. Ollama can be a great alternative, a great LLM binder, and it's very fast and it's very convenient to use this model. It is still pushing everything. I've chosen a 5 GB model and it's taking quite some time, but I think this wait will be a success. So that's a success here. Now, if you head back to the your models and just refresh this page, we can see another model here, which is the BioMistral. Now, what you can do is in your local system, if you go ahead and go to CMD and try to download this model, Ollama Run Prompt Engineer 48 / BioMistral, and just run this in your local system, you can access this model and use it. So this is how I have shared my model with you. You don't need to carry and have this burden of downloading this GGUF, converting this, and doing all sorts of things that we have done in this video. You can just use my model. You can, of course, change the model file to include a better system prompt. Anything that you like, you can change this. You can use my model here and convert it. You can change all the parameters that we see in this template. Of course, you don't need to change the template, the system. You can change the system prompt here, and you can use my model, create a copy of that using a different system prompt. You can do all sorts of things that we have seen already. Now, equipped with this, now if you go to my channel here, Prompt Engineer 48, you can see that I have so many videos on Ollama. Now we can try everything that we have posted already. So you can test out every single thing that we have discussed so far with regards to Ollama. That's it. That's all for the video. But if I wanted to ask you an important thing. Have you ever heard of the 1-bit LLM? Crazy, right? Watch out this next video on 1-bit LLM and how it is going to revolutionize the whole LLM world. I'll see you there. Subscribe and have a nice day. Thank you.